Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Preggo To Fit, because I was preggo and now I'm fit, kinda, sorta, ish, getting there. I don't know, we'll see. But here's another update for the week. Yes, we've had another week of progress, kinda. This week was, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, it was terrible. I had the worst week yet. Even though last update I talked about traveling and we traveled so many places, and with the baby and the food was just like all over the place, this was worse. So I'm just gonna pre-warn you, this update I'm gonna talk about periods. Yep, because they happen to us women every single month. Fun times. So I started the week off amazingly. I was making progress in terms of weight, kept dropping, my waist dropped, and I didn't even know how. I was pretty on point the week before, and then I got to earlier this week and I started to be so hungry, like to the point I was just ravenous and starving all the time. All the time, no matter what I ate. And you know, when your calories get lower, you tend to want to choose more foods that are whole food based, just because they're going to keep you fuller for longer. And I do that. Drank lots of water, drank diet soft drinks to keep me full. That's something I do. And yeah, we're on poverty macros. My targets were 1300, which isn't great, but they are that low because my activity level is very limited right now with the baby and working, and it's just easier for me to eat a little bit less than I usually would. But this week that didn't happen. I started feeling so hungry and I thought, you know what? Why am I starving? Obviously my activity is a little bit higher up. Okay, that makes sense. But it was like to the point of I'm getting cravings that I just cannot control. Yes, this happens to me too. And I realized, checked my calendar because I keep the period diary so I know when things are happening, that I'm due to get it at the end of this week. And I don't know if any of you other women are the same. Let me know in the comments if you are. Obviously, men, you're not included in this one. I'm sorry. I get so hungry the week leading up to my period. It's really weird. Like so starving to the point where I need to eat that. Not binge eating, that's a whole nother thing, but just really hungry where I need to eat that bit extra. And I definitely did that. I was just eating extra stuff, but I craved chocolatey things. And even yesterday we went out for breakfast and I made some great choices and, you know, got my omelette and got what I usually get. But then they had pumpkin spice seasoned donut holes on the menu. And I was fine until the guy said, you know, it's the last day of the seasonal menu. And I was like, I need to try a donut hole. I have to. Oh my gosh, I love pumpkin spice everything. So I did order it and I ate the entire serving. I think was like 9 donut holes to myself, plus my breakfast, which put me over my macros in one meal, I think almost. And then when I got home, I thought, you know what, that's fine. I'm not going to blow my calories. I'll just have a lighter dinner later in the day. Yes, 2 meals because I blew it in the first meal yesterday. Not great. But I was starving. So I ended up eating higher protein and a bit more fat, and just, I don't know. That's what happened yesterday. And that's just one day out of the week, which most days were similar to that. Not quite to that extreme where I ate a lot of donut holes. I didn't eat crap, but I just had to keep eating more. And I don't know, also my digestion's been really terrible this week. I think I've just been so busy. Last week was just craziness with workload, and I had no help with the little one all week other than hubby when he wasn't working. So I just found it very, very stressful last week in terms of being busy, being a mom, then trying to get work done. And sleep was just out because the little one keeps waking up all the time, and it's just like a vicious cycle right now with that. So I really wasn't drinking as much water or liquid in general as I usually would. So my digestion has been really bad. Like honestly, the last 3 days I am so bloated, and I don't know whether it's got to do with my period coming up or just my digestion being really sluggish or both. I'd imagine it's a little bit of both, but today I didn't even weigh myself because I woke up just feeling really gross in terms of bloatedness and just feel really fluid retained. And I know we all feel like this sometimes. I get like this too. And I just needed to just step away from the scale today. I actually lost weight most of the week and I was down like nearly a pound, which was awesome. But then prior to yesterday, I had quite a high sodium meal and gained all that weight back. So I'm pretty sure that was just a water fluctuation, which is common. I'm going to reweigh myself tomorrow because I just don't want to today. I really don't want to do it. Kind of struggling mentally with that and just feeling ick. So today, to kind of counteract that, I've just been focusing on drinking so much more water, and I've been peeing every 5 seconds because I think I'm just flushing out that excess fluid, which is a good thing. I refuse to eat any less than the calories that I'm on because honestly, I'm really struggling with these calories. I found it really difficult to hit, and I'm such a carb person. I love eating carbs. My body generally responds really well to carbs as well. So having the lower carb for me, like anything under 150 grams for me is low. So being at about 110, I'm really struggling with that. The fats, I'm not a huge fat person, so I don't mind the low fat. I can deal with that. But the carb thing is really getting to me. So what I'm going to try and do this week, and I've already nailed it with the training session today, is really focus on my activity level and making sure I nail all my sessions because I missed one yesterday as well, even though I was crushing it all week. So this week I'm going to treat today as my Sunday and then have my full week of sessions because I only do 4 resistance sessions a week, which isn't too crazy. And my cardio isn't crazy either. It's like an hour a week. So I'm going to up that. Not that I'm really trying to lose much more weight for this shoot, to be honest. I actually feel really good, you guys, when I'm not bloated and feeling gross. Normally earlier this week, I felt awesome. I'm feeling really, really good. I'm not shredded by any means. I don't have abs popping out or whatever, but my midsection is leaner and everything's tightening up. And I'm just starting to feel really good in my skin. Yeah, which is kind of the whole purpose of this whole thing. So I've already hit the goal weight I was kind of looking for. But if I lose any more between now and the shoot, that's awesome. But I'm going to keep kind of pushing to tighten things up and just train hard and get more activity in. Still can't believe I'm doing this and I'm super, super nervous about it. But you know what? Everyone has an off week when it comes to dieting. Not everyone is perfect, even though I've been doing this style of dieting and everything and tracking macros for a very long time. I think with having all the time off and with the pregnancy and tracking just very loosely for the last couple of years, tracking diligently has been very challenging for me at the moment, and actually sticking to a structured diet where I have to be very choosy with what I can and can't eat. It's hard, and I really kind of blew it this week. So hopefully I didn't mess my weight up too much. I know I fluctuated a bit, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what I'm weighing. It's how I look on the day. So I know I'm looking better and better, even though I don't feel it right now. I'm trying to be, keep my head out of it, even though I'm having a moment today. Yeah, it's okay. You just got to breathe. We all have those off weeks. So I'm just going to crush it this week. I'm going to move on. I'm going to pretend last week didn't happen. Just move on and start again. So today, macros have been on point. Activity's been on point. I'm going to go for a walk when I get home and absolutely nail it. So hopefully, wish me luck that I have a much better week this week, and I'll keep you guys updated for next week. Oh my gosh, we're getting so close. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like my content, make sure you subscribe. Don't miss anything, and yeah, keep your fingers crossed for me for the next couple of weeks. One, two, three.